Hello and welcome. Today I have another ink sample review for you, and this one is by the Birmingham pen company. It's called Blue-Faced Honeyeater, and this one I don't think is on their website currently, like not available for sale. So they may be out, they may be out of stock for a while. Sometimes when they don't have an ink available, it takes a long time for them to get it back up on their website. So hopefully it'll be up there again soon. This looks like a really pretty kind of a teal or a turquoise blue. Very pretty. There we go. Put a little bit extra down here. And they also do not sell samples, so this sample I had to get from somebody who had a bottle. All right, let's write the name on here. Let's see, it was Blue-Faced. And this is Birmingham Pen Company. All right, I'm going to put this swatch under the fan real quick. Here's how that looks so far. So I'll go ahead and put this under the fan. I'll be right back. Okay, so while that's drying, let's do some tests on paper. I always do a test on copy paper, which is what this is, because that might be all that you have handy, and you might just want to know if this will behave itself on copy paper. Sometimes when we're stuck at school or work, we don't have access to our nicer stuff. Okay, this is a Blue-Faced Honeyeater. All right, and this is copy paper. There we go. That's how that looks so far. Really pretty color. Maybe it's like a peacocky blue, kind of. I'm not sure. All right, and this is HP32 paper, and HP32 is also a type of copy paper, but it's smoother, and typically it shows off the different special effects in the ink pretty well. So it's a good middle of the road kind of a budget option. I put too many E's. Oh well. That's what I get for not focusing. Alright, and if there are any colors that you would like to see me review, just leave a suggestion, and if I have the color or if I can get it, then we'll do a review video. Okay, there we go. Really pretty so far. I like how that's turning out. And this is Tomoe River paper, and Tomoe River paper is very, very nice. It typically shows off the different qualities of the ink the best in most cases. So I always like to do a swatch on that. There we go. Tomoe River. And if you find these videos helpful, or if you just like watching them, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you can see more. There we go. And that's how that looks so far. I'm going to check on the swatch real quick and see if it's dry. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. So here is how this looks on copy paper. It behaved very, very well. There's a tiny, tiny bit of very minimal feathering. It's almost not noticeable. I'm thinking that possibly with a pen that doesn't put down as much ink, maybe this feathering wouldn't show up at all, but I don't know. I don't have a way of testing that, but that's just a guess. But it's a very, very pretty, like a turquoisey teal color. Very nice. And then on the HP32, it's even richer. You can see how smooth and rich this color looks on this paper compared to the copy paper. And you got this wonderful shading that's very, very noticeable. It's very beautiful. There's a tiny bit of shading actually on the copy paper as well, but because the ink comes out so bold on this paper, it's a lot more noticeable. And in some places, like on this A and over here, and around the edges, there's a little bit of halo shading as well. That's a different color. It's like a pink or a red or something. It's very, very pretty. So there's definitely some sort of a sheen in this ink that is just barely noticeable on this paper when the ink is put down heavily. So this would be a good paper to use with this ink. And then here it is on the Tomo River. And on here you can see again that rich, rich teal color, very pretty. Lots of really extreme shading, which is nice. And then you have this halo, and you can see the sheen coming through on these swatches. And just like on the HP32, anywhere that the ink was laid down heavily, a little tiny bit of that sheen is detectable. So this is a really nice one if you want a teal color with like a, I guess that's a pink sheen. And then here is what the swatch looks like. And here you really can see that pink sheen come out. It's so pretty. And you got this beautiful teal with, and it by itself, it has a lot of shading. You can just see here where it goes from like a darker to a lighter shade of teal. And then that halo shading around it from the sheen. And then in the writing, all the shading is so pretty. And you can see around most of these letters that sheen comes through. So it seems to really behave well on this paper. So I'll see if I can find a link to this on their website. Like I said, when I got this one, this was sold out. So I don't know if they're going to make more and post it again soon. But if they do, I'll have a link to their website. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.